Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Yo, what's going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the long awaited RTP Rarely Typical Player podcast. We are sorry that we have been absent for a month and a couple weeks, but we had to reload, recharge, and bring you some content. So once again, you may see some changes. It is just me and Harlequin, guys. It's just me and Harlequin. So we don't really need to introduce ourselves, but I'm going to do it anyway, just in case there's new viewers, new faces. I'm your boy D757 Darkman for D757 Gaming. You can also call me D7 for short. And here I have my co-host, the resident German, aka Simple Gaming, aka Harlequin.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
All right, so today we are bringing a community wheel spin project to you guys. This was chosen by the one and only Heroic Zephyr. She is a developer as well, and also a pixel art creator. She's definitely working on her own game, and you could definitely follow her and find her live all the time on Twitch by the name Heroic Zephyr. Alright, so you guys already know the rules. This is nothing new or this is nothing old. When we get a game, we play a game, and we pretty much come to you on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's the best time. Of course, American time is the best time. And we tell you what we think about the game, and if we could give the developer some feedback and what they need to do, and maybe make the game fun. But sadly this week we didn't get that type of game. The game we got was kind of a game where you play just to play it. There's really no developer to speak to and give feedback to, because maybe the developer won't even understand what we're saying. But at the same time, we just going to tell you about our experience and our enjoyment with this project called Toilet in Wonderland. Toilet in Wonderland. Who in the world would make a game like this with the name Toilet? Alright, let me read a quick synopsis to you guys about the game. So Toilet in Wonderland is an adventure game where constipated, you heard that right, guys, constipated girl named Mira explores a toilet-filled wonderland inhabited with many wacky characters. The game was made for the annual VIP RPG Red and White 2010 festival. You heard that right, guys. You heard that right. 2010. This game is 13 years old. An event where many VIP communities gather together and create fun RPG Maker games for each other to play. In the end, all 102 games made for this event were voted on, and Toilet in Wonderland placed second. So out of 102 games, this game came in number 2, was in second place. So it should be a good game, right? It should be a good game that we're going to be talking about today. So VIP community, meaning elite, express, special, a VIP pass, you must have what it takes. All right, so we're going to talk about the gameplay, the story that we get, the story we got that we, understand from playing this game, and just pretty much the overall experience. Since, there's no developer to really give the feedback to, and plus this is 13-year-old game, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all was still in diapers, sucking on your thumb, getting bullied in school, which is not funny, picking your nose, a whole bunch of other that stuff. So, Harlequin, what do you think about toilets in Wonderland?
Oh man, this game was an experience, I guess. Oh my god. I was very fucking frustrated with it for the most part, to be honest. In my opinion, it's just a culmination of a bunch of random fucking bullshit going on, and you're exploring this fever dream of a world looking for toilets. I have no idea, man. I never really understood the appeal of these kinds of games. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, nothing in this game makes any fucking sense. And I don't know. Like, the gameplay itself, maybe I went the wrong way and there are easier toilets to find. I don't know. But I only found one, and then I got stuck for the rest of the 2 hours that I played, pretty much. So I was pretty fucking frustrated with it.
Okay. So before we get into the adventures of the toilets, as you can see on the screen, this person is supposed to be Michael Jackson. It looks like a younger version of Michael Jackson after he got surgery done and stuff like that. So as you can see, this is like a trope / comedy / type game where the whole game is kind of a joke.
Yeah, it's a shit post, pretty much.
So the goal is, and as you see, the girl has to go poopy. Alright? She has to go poopy, and instead of just going pooping straight to a toilet and relieving yourself, she cannot go because she's constipated. You know that feeling. When I play some RPG Maker games made by you guys, I get constipated sometimes just playing some games. Because the knock noise just send that lurchy feeling to your stomach, and you just can't handle it anymore. You like, oh my gosh, I wish it's just everything just get over with. But the goal is you gotta poop, and there seems to be problems with the toilets. They magically for some reason transport you to different parts of a world, different parts, different worlds and stuff like that. They're magical toilets. So whenever you try to sit on one, you get magically transported to a new zone. So that's pretty much the basis of the game, is to find toilets, and each toilet you find, you are introduced with a new world, like I said before, and new characters. And as you can see on the screen, it says Mario has logged in. So in this world, in this toilet we just got transported to, which is we're supposed to be in our house. Here you see Super Mario, who plays a role of Michael Myers or Jason or Freddy. It's a murderous Mario, because whenever he run into you and touch you, you die. It's a game over automatically. And for sake of podcast, footage, we play the footages with no sound because some games had copyright music and stuff like that. But as you can see, the game is heavily inspired by many horror games and movies, and also horror like games made with RPG Maker. And one of the common and most known ones is called Yumi Nikki. So if you played the game called Yumi Nikki, this is what the game is based on in a way. How weird Yumi Nikki was with the abstract art and the eerie noise and the sound. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get that. So if you are a fan of Yumi Nikki games, then this game is for you. And as you see me in other streams, not sure Harlequin streamed the Yumi Nikki game, but apparently I did. I don't know why I did it. I think I was either drunk or I probably was on that red genie higher than a kite. I don't know, but I did not like Yumi Nikki. I really expressed my distaste for Yumi Nikki because I thought it was boring. But the chat was booming. My chat was going off like a mamma jamma because they love Yumi Nikki. I was like, why do y'all like this game? But as they say, there's a game for everybody. Just like there's somebody for everybody. So this game, I could clearly tell you this, that I felt the total opposite. It was actually not a bad game in my eyes. It wasn't bad. The way that the game was presented, certain mechanics and some of the puzzles is better than Yumi Nikki in my book. But I will go into details, probably explain different worlds as I can, as I go along. But for what it is, it definitely was better than Yumi Nikki. It had greater jump scares to me, and I'm a grown man. I'm not scared of anything, but playing the game 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, you kind of, some things you ain't prepared for. So the Mario scene, Harlequin, what did you think about the Super Mario scene? You did mention that you were able to play some of that. So give us your take on the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, the Mario house thing is pretty much the first area I ended up going to. And it was just frustrating because in this game everything is an instant death, right?
Uh-huh.
So, and there's no autosave. Of course there's no autosave, right? So it's just frustrating. What ended up happening is just you were saving like every 2 steps because you could run into some random ass bullshit that just kills you. Like straight up, like you click on something, you walk on the wrong tile and you're fucking dead. And then you just gotta reload your save and do it all again. And this area specifically is a little bit made like the horror games you mentioned, right? It's like a puzzle, right? You're playing essentially is Resident Evil style, right? You're in this house and you're trying to find keys for certain doors, and you're trying to find a code and whatnot. It's pretty much what Resident Evil also does, but here, as soon as you do a wrong move, you're just dead. So you have to figure out the sequence of actions you gotta take, right? You gotta figure out, okay, I go in this room first and get this item, and then I go to that other room, and random shit happens, and you die. So you're oh yeah, and in some rooms you cannot save either, right? When you're in an area where Mario is supposed to spawn in, you just can't save there. So yeah, you're reloading the save file a whole lot until you fucking figure out what the sequence is you have to do. And that's just frustrating. That's not fun gameplay, no matter how you look at it. Like, even for a shitpost game, this is not fun.
Yeah, I learned that early in the game, and as the viewers can see in the footage, I was saving a lot, especially getting important items and Mario come out of nowhere and stuff like that. You know, he just one touch, you're done. And if you haven't saved, you got to restart that progress over again. But to be honest, you know, I think this is what kind of woke me up, because hearing the music hearing the music and seeing characters of games that I grew up on and loved. Like, for example, you got the Final Fantasy theme, Final Fantasy 6 music, you know, the Super Mario stuff. Like, that right there is enough to, like, grab my attention, regardless of the type of game that it is, because I'm like, okay, we got Super Mario here. Where else? Who else is going to be in this game? You know, and there was a lot of cameos and stuff from other, you know, franchises that I like, you know, from video games. But I can see where the gameplay can be frustrating, because there's really no type of instruction to give the player to, hey, I think you need to save, you know, whenever you feel like you need to save, because you can also save at the wrong moment too. Like, if you're being cornered and you save while you're cornered, then you reload that save, then you get caught every time. Then
Yeah, I think they prevented that. Like, in dangerous areas, you just don't have access to the menu at all.
yeah.
So, but like in I don't know, when I see like Mario in a fucking shitpost game like this, I don't feel nostalgic. I if anything, I would be, well, not exactly mad, but I would be somewhat like pissed that they use a franchise I grew up with to make this crap.
So you don't like Mario, as you pronounce him? It's Mario, but you say Mario.
I don't fucking know.
You
I'm
don't
not
like
American.
You don't like Mario, and you don't like Mario Brothers in this game.
No, I think any game should not infringe on any copyright. There's never a reason to. There's so many free fucking assets around. There's no reason ever to use copyrighted assets, ripped assets, whatever you want to call it.
I agree, because now you're focusing the game on these characters where you should be creating memorable characters for your project.
It really depends. Like, this game is definitely not supposed to be taken serious, though, right? It's like I tried Googling this VIP event. I haven't found anything. If you Google the name of the event, you're just getting this fucking game as a search result. So I've no idea what the event was about and why it's supposed to be VIP members. Like, what makes anybody a VIP RPG Maker member? Like, what does that even mean? But anyway, I couldn't find any info on the event, so I assume it's like a game jam pretty much. So it's not serious, and everybody is just kind of doing it for the shits and giggles, I suppose. But I don't know. There's just so much random stuff that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I have no enjoyment, and the
So
gameplay wasn't fun either.
so the game was pertaining to the VIP. The game was originally in Japanese, correct? And it got translated.
Oh yeah. Right. The game was in Japanese, and this one group translated a bunch of them, I suppose, and this was among them.
So maybe the VIP event was probably a Japanese event. I'm not sure. I'm just assuming, because why would you make a Japanese game and, enter into like a jam with all these other games a different, I don't know. I'm just assuming now. So
Yeah, we can only guess. Like maybe it was a Japanese event, maybe it wasn't. We don't really know. It's like over 10 years old at this point, so I'm not really sure why Zephyr even submitted this, because technically speaking, playing this game has no point for us, right? We trying to focus on giving feedback to developers, and this requires no feedback,
I
right?
think
There's nothing really, like the developer doesn't know about us. They probably don't even speak English, and it's so old. Nobody is gonna learn anything from this.
I think the reason why Zephyr did submit this, because she wanted to see our reaction to how the game is.
Yeah,
She thought
yeah.
she
I mean,
thought she thought the
yeah,
game was cool, and
for shits and giggles, yeah.
and in all fairness, it is a community game, so there wasn't really any strict stipulations on what to actually submit. But I do agree with you 100%, where you know um community games should be like for the current developers and members, and especially anything that we can give feedback on and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that's why we made the rules after all. Like it was on the wheel before we made the rules, so we cover it anyway. But like from a feedback point, there's nothing to gain here. Like the game did accomplish what it set out to do, I suppose, in being a shitpost pretty much. Uh, I get no enjoyment out of these types of games, but I guess other people do.
It
So it
depends
is what it
though.
is.
It depends what it is. Like I told you, the Mario's Super Mario chasing you. Then you got the spooky stuff, like the Silent Hill, Resident Evil. The low grown monotone. Uh, let's go. Like Zombie 5 Mario. That's cool, man. I like that. I like stuff like
I
that.
don't
I
think
like.
so. Like
You don't think so?
the problem I'm seeing with this is like they made the gameplay like a horror game, that right, but they ridiculed the game itself by using Mario and other in quote funny shit. So it's not really a horror game. It's not scary. It doesn't do a scary atmosphere. It's fucking Mario chasing you. Like,
But it's a whole bunch of
and,
Marios though, and they touch you die. It's game over.
yeah, but
That's not
it's not
scary enough.
scary
And
though.
he
It's not
just
some kind of eldritch horror. It's fucking Mario.
jumped from the window and said, "Hey, it's a me," and grab you, and that's it. Especially playing this 3 a.m, lights out, nobody home with you, man. I'd be spooked. I'd be freaked out. Like real talk, I will be freaked out. This game will give me nightmares. Maybe if I was a kid, I think it would like mess up my mental.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
All right, so we got Super Mario, right? And we got this giant tongue who is called Daddy. The giant tongue is supposed to be our daddy that's licking everything. And I seen a video of you breakdancing next to the tongue, and the tongue is making
Yeah.
salivating sounds and noises and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Tell
you have these actions in the game, which is pretty wonky. You gotta go into the menu and select an action, and then when you press, I think it was the Alt key, you're performing that action. Like the animations are nice for the sprite, right? You got these little cute actions. That was the only thing I find cool in this game, I suppose. And for some reason, you can punch, right? So I was punching this tongue thing, and then I was just trying the actions out.
uh huh.
If anything happens, right? Well, because why is this big ass fucking tongue there? I was checking if I could interact with it in any way. So I did the breakdance head spin thing, and apparently that's also having a hitbox effect on that thing. So I just had to record it because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty cool. So that's another inspiration from Yumi Nikki. You know, in Yumi Nikki, you can perform action on the map like punch and sit and travel fast and stuff like that. That's another inspiration of Yumi Nikki. So this game is definitely an Yumi Nikki inspiration. But like I said, it actually plays a bit better. I think Yumi Nikki is older. I mean, of course it's older because if this game is inspired by it, of course it's older. Um, so this is basically the Mario world. You know, when you complete it, I'll tell you guys right now, when you complete it, you know, you get you find a toilet. Then you sit on the toilet and you are miraculously, teleported to a new world. Well, an area where you have to find the next toilet or the next world. Um, so I won't say the game is open world per se, but you definitely can travel off the path and find new characters and
Yeah,
new
it's
adventures.
non-linear.
Yeah, and find new adventures and stuff. So so after the Mario world, I mean, there's no particular order to do things in. You could pretty much do whatever you want to do in any order. I think after my experience with the Mario world, I think I went to this place where everybody's is punching each other. It's a violent world. You been to that world yet?
Yeah, that was the very first place I ended up in for some
Uh
reason. And I saw these two guys kicking a head around, and
huh.
the guy was asking me if I wanted to join. I said
Uh
yes,
huh.
and of course I thought I would kick the head around too, but of course not. You're the head now, and it's a game over.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You
that's
ain't like that
what gets
part.
me frustrated. It's like, fuck, man.
You ain't like
Why?
that.
Man, I would have liked it if I didn't had to reload again.
Come on, man. Like you're ahead and they're kicking you, so that means you're dead. Of course, it's a game over, my friend.
Yeah, but like, why game over? Like, why this game over screen? If you're making a game where every second step can fucking kill you, don't give me a fucking game over screen. Just load my latest save and get me back into the game quicker.
I don't think auto save even a thing in this engine.
I
Not
don't know.
sure.
Probably
2000.
not. It's 2K, so they didn't have scripts and whatnot. So I don't know. I can't really tell. But like from a nowadays standard from gaming, it's like just reload my save, make it shorter, because everything is custom, right? The game over screen is custom. The
Mm-hmm.
menu is evented too, or something like that. And it's slow. Like you gotta wait until the fucking game over screen fades in. Then you gotta click a button. Then you gotta wait until it fades out, and then the main menu cursor is programmed in a way where it always jumps to new game instead of load game.
Mm.
So you gotta put the cursor back down again, load your fucking save in, get out of the menu because the save loads inside of the menu. So you gotta close that too. And then you can do all the shit you just did all over again. And this time avoid the death just to walk 2 steps further and die again. Like, how is that fun?
I think I figured where the hand comes, because there is a god hand in that area we talking about, and it pretty much slams you on you and instantly kill you. But the problem is you don't know exactly where the hand is going to fall and do the mass destruction on you.
Exactly. That's exactly my problem with this game.
So you
Like
gotta
you
save.
have to figure out what the sequence of actions is that you have to do to get through this world, right?
Yeah.
So you're constantly dying through all over again, like again and again until you figure it out. Like you figure out one step, then you die, and then you do the first step again, and then you figure out the second step just to die again, to go back to the first step, do the first and second step again, and then you die again. And
Well,
that continues until you beat the world, and that's just fucking frustrating.
games like Meat Boy, it's like that, where you
Yeah, but
know,
games like Meat Boy don't have a fucking game over screen. They just spawn you right back in.
yeah,
You're being kept in the action,
yeah, makes
and
sense.
that makes a
Yeah.
big difference.
Okay. Iron Bruce said the presentation is so good. Do you agree with him?
I don't know. I mean, the mapping is fine, I guess, but like,
I think
what is
I
there? What is this presentation you're talking about?
I think
Like,
Iron
there's a
Bruce is
sprite
trying
with a little ass head.
to.
What presentation?
I think he's just trying to start something in the chat.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know, man.
There are people who genuinely like these types of games. I don't understand it. It's the same thing with like any Wrath of Wood game. Like people like this kind of shit, but I don't. I just don't. I don't see the enjoyment in having a bunch of random shit happen that make no sense.
That's actually pretty deep right there, what you just said. You don't see the enjoyment, but there's many people who do.
Yeah, apparently, but that's what I said in Wrath game too. Like I feel like this game accomplishes what it set out to do. Right? It's invented well. I haven't found any bugs, so I can give it that. But I don't see I don't see the point in this game.
Yeah. This area right here, I think this is the Silent Hill area. This area is based on you've played the game called Silent Hill. I can't really tell you much about Silent Hill because I really never got into the Silent Hill. But this area alone, I know, there's a whole forum about this game, like a whole bunch of threads and forum. Like this is kind of like a cult classic RPG Maker game. So I know this game was referenced. Silent Hill was one of them. Alice in Wonderland, of course. Toilet in Wonderland is one of them. Then many others. But let's talk about that Alice scene that you posted. The Alice scene.
What Alice scene?
You posted in the Discord and said this is what we have to play.
Oh, the long video with the Kirby music?
Yeah.
That's a Alice scene? I don't know.
Yeah, that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be Alice?
I have no idea.
I know Alice is in the game, right? She's. Hold on, what's that Alice or? I know Alice is the one with the big head. I think she got a big head. All right. Not sure that's Alice or not, but I know Alice is in the game because when you beat the game, you see Alice, you see Yumi, and you see I guess her name is the girl from Yumi Nikki. Then you see yourself. all three of y'all are together if you get the once you beat the game. But there's a scene where the girl is running naked, you know, with Kirby music. If you play Kirby Superstar or any Kirby game, you know, like dun 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 dun, that Kirby song. If you play that Kirby song, that scene is disturbing in a way. You know, you got a naked girl who's running, right? The girl's naked, who's running, then it's a girl.
Yeah, and your character is chasing after it for some reason. I don't know. I was at this point I was still trying to figure out if this game has any like sense to it. I was thinking maybe it's a mini game, or maybe you're supposed to wait until the end or some shit. I was trying to solve puzzles and whatnot. Like I was trying to interact with stuff, but like nothing kept happening. It's just a whole bunch of random fucking bullshit, and you're just kind of supposed to walk through it. You go into this house, right, and then it's this big head, and you can punch it, and then it just plops a whole bunch of fucking worm thingies out, and you can't do anything with them. So if you back out and go back in, it's a big head again. So if you just talk to it, this random fucking running scene happens. Mm-hmm. And I left it running for around 3 minutes, and nothing happened. So I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what's the point of this?
My thing
is... Am I supposed to solve something here? Am I supposed to do something specific to, I don't know, proceed or something? But it didn't look like it. So it's just a bunch of random shit. So what am I supposed to do? Like, why is all of this here?
My thing is the girl is naked running and perceived to be a child. And there's another scene with this character in the same scene. She's naked and running along with the girl. These are children.
I mean, I guess, but on the other hand, it's like warped enough to not really matter. I think
that shows the mindset of the developers making this game.
I mean, to me, this game is made by like a 13-year-old that finds poop jokes funny. So I don't know.
So I mean, I just don't understand how some people with this one game. Somebody asked me about it. Y'all remember the game called dang man, what was it called? It's a really good one too. Give me a minute, because somebody asked me did I still have a copy of that game, and apparently I didn't have a copy of it. You probably heard of it.
I don't know what game.
I'm about to tell you, sir. I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, Aziel, that's the sad part. Like, it's really sad that this game is invented so much better than like nowadays serious in quotes games. That's the sad part about it.
Apparently, I don't think. I'm trying to remember the game.
So you don't know the name or the game? You know nothing?
It's on the tip of my tongue, man, but it's called hey man, help me out, guys.
So we have no clues.
You said a 13-year-old made this game?
And I said it plays like one, like from judging from like the random fucking quote unquote humor that's in the game.
Yeah. I'm about to say, because if a 13-year-old made a game like this, imagine what kind of game they could make if they were serious.
I mean, DJ King has a point too. Like, it's a horror game, right? So the eventing is pretty basic. It's just a whole bunch of fucking Mario sprites set to follow player, right? It's not
It
really
doesn't
anything
matter.
complex.
Super Mario is in the game, so it don't matter what DJ King says. Don't matter what DJ King say. He just jealous that he didn't put Super Mario in his game. I'm just letting y'all know. Don't listen to DJ King, okay? He always do that. I'm trying to remember the name of the game. It's not coming to memory, but it's a game that's been taken down by the developer.
Is it a game we played, or did you stream it?
I streamed it. I think it was called. All right, the game. One of the characters, they thought the character looked young, and she was dressed provocative, like the type of clothes she had on, and the developer got so much feedback, like negative feedback saying they like kids and all that stuff because they got.
I do not remember a game like this on your channel.
Yeah. This before, then they just took the whole game down. I think it was called dang it, I don't remember. And the person just tried to find the email they sent me because they asked me, do I have the copy of the demo, and I told them I don't no longer have it. And I'm sorry guys, I can't remember. My it was actually a good game. I think it was called Dragon? No. They won't call it Dragon. I can't remember. My gosh, man. My gosh. See what happened when you play so much RPG games? This was what happened. You don't remember.
What? That just means all those RPG games are not memorable.
This one's actually pretty good. Like when I played it, this one's actually was pretty good.
I always say that about every game, though.
Who said that?
You said.
I mean, if it's decent enough, of course I'm gonna say it. Why won't I give a person praise for a creative game that they made? Make it make sense.
I think your standards are too low.
Wow. Okay. Whatever. I'm still trying to remember the game, guys. Until then, let's talk a little bit more about this game. Yo, what's up, Sick? Alright, so this world that is currently on your screen, I really don't know what this is. Like, it started getting like strange and weird after the Super Mario stuff, because it started like just getting all crazy, like in dark and gloomy and stuff like that. But the game itself is just, the puzzles are no longer in existence. It seemed like the only puzzle that you actually did do was in the Mario part, where you actually
the code to the locker is pretty much the only thing I encountered.
Yeah, the code to the locker and the pushing the statues. But other than that,
yeah. Well, that was so obvious. I don't think it even counts as a puzzle.
Alright, I found the game, guys. I can now focus. I found the game. Heartless Angel.
Heartless Angel?
Yes. Y'all,
When did you even stream that? I never heard of that.
1 year ago, y'all never heard Heartless Angel. Like the developer got so much, like they would just
So much flack, they just quit.
the main character, the way they're dressed, and I'm looking at my screen. This girl's supposed to be 13. I think
Man,
she's
I
12,
gotta
13,
watch that
and
stream. You gotta send me a link on that later because I need to see that.
it's a good game. It was a good game. DJ Keen, though. I know DJ Keen. DJ Keen knows a lot of games. Heartless Angel by Ketsuki. Heartless Angel. Yep. They got so
And
much.
are there like any like busts or close-ups of that supposed child?
Yeah, and yeah. It was a whole thing about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's a demon girl who's supposed to be like 12, but they wearing like negligees and stuff like that. Negligee type clothes. And people.
Wait. What's the game's name you say?
Heartless Angel. Like, it's taken down. You cannot find it. You cannot find it anywhere. Like, you cannot find the developer. The developer was in Drifty's Discord. They're no longer there anymore. They're no longer active, period. The game is gone. Just like Tribulation RPG, the game is freaking gone. And I loved that game, Tribulation. I loved it, and it's gone.
Wasn't it that horror game? Is that right?
Yeah, it's like a...
Like Fear and Hunger 2 Termina?
It kind of reminds you of... It got like a Devil May Cry type theme. You know, you're a demon living in a house. You got a demon father and all that stuff.
I mean, I only found a YouTube channel like Heartless Angel Katsueki. And there's a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But send me a link of that stream. I gotta see that shit, man.
It's I really liked it. But I had to end the stream because I think my daughter got sick. And I had to go pick them up from the school. And I said, hey, I gotta go, guys. I got to go.
I don't remember that at all.
You remember it.
Nah. Not at all. I have no recollection of that.
You're in the chat, my guy. You're in the freaking chat.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised. Of course I was in the chat because I'm watching all the streams I can. But yeah. I don't remember that.
You gotta stay off that red genie and that Odarian drink. You know what I'm saying? Then your mind would be cleared. Especially like this game. You got to have a clear mind and a clear conscience to play a game like this. Weird worlds, weird music, so much violence. As you can see on the screen, the head is being kicked, a fist coming from the sky just punching on you. Like, I actually like this scene. I love it. I love this scene. You don't like it?
I don't know, man. I don't think you gotta have a clear mind to enjoy this. I think you gotta be either drunk or high as fuck to enjoy this game.
You think so?
Yeah, I see no sane person playing this and thinking it's a good game.
But my lips never touch alcohol, never sipped it.
Yeah, but in your mind, no game is a bad game, so your opinion is invalid.
How's my opinion invalid? You gotta give me facts.
I just told you.
You gotta give me facts. Make it make sense.
In fact, if every game is not a bad game, then every game is a bad game.
That's false.
That's not false.
If you look on the D7 score, there is a game that was not a bad game.
Yeah, but only if it advertised.
It doesn't matter. You said
that it wasn't.
You said every game to me is not a bad game. That's exactly what you said, and I just proved you to be incorrect.
That's just semantics, man.
No.
If that one game hadn't advertised itself as an epic fucking adventure game instead of being an idle game, if it actually said it was an idle game and you played it, it wouldn't have gotten a 0 score.
I don't know. I think I'm honest. I think I'm fair when it comes to the D7 score.
Yeah, I think your scoring got better over time. Like you're more critiquing now and being more serious about it, and not like giving every fucking RTP map a 8 out of 10 in mapping and stuff like that. It's gotten better. But yeah, I don't think like of course the not a bad game thing is just your stick. Everybody knows that, but that's not what it is. Like it's
Colo
not actually games are bad. That's just how it is.
Colo Coco called you a liar.
What you mean?
He called you a liar. You lying about something, either about me or the games you actually playing, and your stick is to fit the game.
Well,
But
my
you
stick is totally to be negative about
you
the game.
really
of course.
like the game. You and the other guy, NA, y'all are.
Yeah,
Oh
Nolan.
my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh my god,
But
y'all.
but Nolan's stream is more about like it's not about how fun the game is. It's more about what features are there. Is there accessibility and controller support and whatnot. Like just general commercial viability, I guess you can call it.
Y'all just like that character from SpongeBob SquarePants where the dude hid the pickles in his tongue. He said, no pickles. That's y'all. Guys,
I have no idea.
you never watched SpongeBob SquarePants?
No.
Come on. You
Of
are
course not.
It's just going to be me on this podcast now. It's just going to be me. It's just going to be me,
you
bro.
fucking watch SpongeBob and still have all your gray cells?
Bro, you was a kid at one time. SpongeBob been out since you was...
I have never watched that crap.
SpongeBob been out since you had freckles and started wearing glasses with snotty nose. That's how long SpongeBob been out.
I was never into that. I always thought it was fucking stupid.
Man, SpongeBob, Ren and Stimpy, love them shows.
We didn't really have Ren and Skimpy. Like maybe it was on MTV like late night, because Ren and Skimpy is a pretty obscene cartoon, so it's only played late night. But I always hated SpongeBob. I thought it is such an annoying character. I could not bear to watch it.
Okay. Y'all be capping anyways on the internet, so I'm just let that go. All right, so in this part, this is pretty much a violent part where you're in the land where everybody just want to beat you up, and the white characters, the characters that look like they're from Schoolhouse Rock and stuff like that, they are like victims and they get beat up. And this area kind of reminds you of depression and stuff like that, and people being bullied and stuff. So kind of a weird world per se, even though one of the characters that's following us is the bottom character is one of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Except he's not purple, he is actually brown. But he ends up beating up everybody and rescuing the girl. And if you come back later on, the tables are turned. It's actually the white guys got the purple guys in jail, and they're beating up and doing the violence to the guys that were doing the violence to them. So the replayability is definitely there. And that's what I like about this game. Not sure you experienced that, because you had to find all the toilets. You had to find
I only found one, as I said. I started out with pretty much the Mario thing, and I just fucking hate games that do instant game overs. It's just such a shitty mechanic.
Yeah, you had to find the main 6 toilets. So basically there's 6 main worlds. You find 6 toilets before you are able to go into the middle door. When you go into the middle door, you are introduced, with the last area and stuff like that. But I felt like for a 2K game, The invented was pretty good. There's a scene where you ride a motorcycle. Were you able to do that with the rider?
No, no, no.
Okay, so
I literally the first thing I did, I ended up in this violence world that's
uh-huh.
on screen right now, and I just died as a head, and then I went the other way, and that's when I ended up in that Mario place, and that's where I stopped playing.
Oh, okay.
I
So
was stuck there for 2 hours, and then I just said nope.
in the Mario place,
Yeah.
what made you stuck?
Oh, just the fucking chasing themes and the constant repetition of reloading my game after randomly dying again.
Oh,
Like even the levers you have to push so the cow gets killed. You gotta push them in a specific sequence, right? So I was lucky the first time, and you push the middle lever first and then the left one. So I was like, all right, I'm just pushing the left one now because that was the right lever. No, if you push only the left lever, you die again.
that's weird
It's like,
because
ah,
in my playthrough, I just did the middle and that was it.
oh, in my game, I had to push the middle one, nothing happened, and then I had to push the left one, and that shot that cannon thing from Mario on the cow. If you pushed
Okay.
only the left one, then Mario would kill you again, and then you had to
Then you
reload
gotta
again.
reload, and you thinking you're safe, and you're not saving. Then you gotta do everything all over again.
Yeah, it's a stupid mechanic. Like it's frustrating and annoying. Like just repeating your steps over and over and over again, and you can't save in these areas either. Like you can go into that room and you pick up the key, and then you're not reacting fast enough, so you get killed. So you reload your fucking save again. You push the levers. You go back into the room. You push the statues. You go back up. You run away and kick Luigi away, and then you're back in that room, and then you're doing another wrong step, and you're dying, and you're reloading your save again. Like no, just fucking no.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's a horror game. You're supposed to die. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I'm not supposed to see the game over screen more than I'm actually playing the fucking game.
You must have didn't play. You must have not played Hotline Miami.
No, I didn't.
You would see the game over screen so many times in that game. But it's a good game. You would love that game.
I mean, I think I played it at one point as a kid. It's like a car taxi racing thing, I think.
No, it's actually like, you're kind of a hitman. It's like a top-down game.
Oh
Kind
no,
of
then I didn't.
reminds you
No,
of the older Grand Theft.
no
The older Grand Theft
then I
Auto 2.
did never play that.
It's pretty good. It's actually if you have PlayStation Plus, you can actually get it for free. So those who like Hotline Miami, yeah, love it. And the music, oh my gosh, I love that game. There's a trophy where you have to die 1,000 times. That's a trophy. 1,000 times. Can you imagine that? Like you would pretty much get that naturally. If you're not used to the game and know how the game play, you would get 1,000 deaths naturally. Easy.
I mean, I'm not a trophy person. I don't give a shit.
I am, so I'm just telling you, my God.
And like, if you think about it, how is a trophy for death even a thing? Like, it's not an achievement. It's not a reward. You died. You suck.
Dark Souls, that's the first trophy I got.
Yeah, it's a pointless trophy though. In my opinion, an achievement should be an achievement. Something that doesn't just happen because you sucked or you just played the game. Like how is that a reward?
Dark Souls, you have to die. It's just telling the player suspect to die a lot.
How is that an achievement though?
I don't know.
It's like achievements, in my opinion, should be for stuff that's difficult, where the player has to, like, I don't know, either be really skillful with the game or do something outstanding. Not like you died, now you got an achievement. Like, what? It's just so mediocre. It's not a reward for anything.
DJ King said achievements and trophies is some of the most pointless things to look at. Not true.
Yeah, I agree totally. I fucking hate achievements.
Not true. 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 Y'all don't know what y'all talking about because y'all don't understand the rewards that you can get from just trophies itself.
There are no rewards for having a trophy.
Alright.
What's your reward for collecting 1,000 fucking pages of whatever in Assassin's Creed? Like, what's the reward of doing that mind-numbingly boring task?
When the player has nothing to do, when the player beats the game, right? When the player beats the game and realize, okay, this is kind of like a challenge. I could challenge myself.
How is that a challenge?
What do you mean it's not a challenge? Like getting all the achievements, like by the developer, can you get this? It's like bragging rights in a way.
It's collecting pages that are marked on your map. There's no skill involved. You're just slaving away.
No,
like a 9 to 5 job.
Some games,
to collect these pages.
Some games are skills. You do need skills to get some
trophies do have them, sure. And those are the rewarding ones, but most trophies are either earned automatically by, I don't know, fucking dying or something, or playing long enough, or whatever.
If you want to be on PlayStation and Xbox and your game costs so much, you know it's a requirement for your game to have achievements.
I put them in my game, but I don't care.
I'm just letting you know it's a requirement by most publishing like consoles. You need, if your game is so much dollars, it has to have a platinum trophy, or if it's not,
because it's padding.
Or if it's not, it has that, because achievements is what people look at. Believe it or not, people look at a game to see if it has trophies, if it has achievements.
Because I have no problem putting achievements in my games,
because it shows an act of accomplishment and deed that a player can actually perform in the game. Like Dark Souls has one, for example. Find all items in the game.
Yeah, of course.
Like
I have achievements in my games too. I put them there because there are people who like them, and creating achievements is zero effort. It's like free padding for the game.
And you got to look at the reaction when the trophy pops. The reaction the player gets. Especially on the PlayStation 3, where you do the deed and the trophy is delayed for like 10 seconds, then it just pop. You like, oh my god, I got the platinum. Oh my god. Like, people actually,
console players are weird anyway. So
no, that's not true, because it actually is a good thing, because on the older Xbox, certain trophies got you certain gear for your avatars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And what PlayStation is doing now, you get you actually get coins for trophies, points that you can actually redeem and get like games, like paid games and themes for your PlayStation. So you're actually being rewarded. But before then, it was just like bragging rights, like the accomplishment of doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like the developer is challenging the player to beat the game without using the item. You know what I'm saying? Or the Final Fantasy 16 trophy which I'm not even going to even try to get that. Beat a boss without taking damage. Like, stuff like that people like to do, and it's a challenge to them.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I have no issue with actual challenging achievements. But if you got shit like collect the 100 pages of whatever, that's not an achievement. That's just a mind-numbingly boring task you're giving me in order to pad your fucking game's playtime. That's not an achievement. That's just boring.
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Some trophies is pointless.
Yeah, but it's most trophies that are like that. Like in any game you look, it's all the time is like collect every fucking item, collect X amount of something. Like an achievement for beating a super boss is okay. Like that's an achievement. Not everybody is gonna be able to do that. But walking from point A to point B is not worthy of a fucking achievement.
Yeah.
And yet most achievements are that.
And this game has achievements. You get the achievements, yeah. If you talk to the sign next to the thing, it's like different tasks. It's like hidden tasks you do, and it pops up. And once you get all the hidden tasks done, you get a golden toilet. Wow. Then you do all. If you find all the laxatives, you get a silver toilet. How cool is that?
Not very cool considering how bad the game is.
How the game is. All right. Give us a rundown on how bad this game is to you. Like what?
I already said everything pretty much.
Yeah, you sure did, but
like, as I said, the saddest part is that this game is invented well. Like everything just fucking works as it's supposed to be. And considering how many bugs we find in like modern day RPG Maker games, like this is the saddest part. Like this developer spent more effort in their fucking shitpost game than most developers nowadays put into their games, and that's sad.
Hey, your girl is here. Her heroic Zephyr is in the house. The reason why I'm gonna
curse Zephyr until the end of time for submitting this game.
She's the reason why we are able to play this masterpiece. She's the reason. Thank you, Heroic, for the Super Mario. If Mario, hey, look, this game with Mario in it made this game 1,000 times better. Cause I love Mario. Mario is so cool.
Nah, man, I see it the other way around. Like the fact that my beloved character is in a game that's this shitty is an insult to the character, not a praise.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest though, and I'm always an honest person. Like I don't tell no lies or anything like that, right?
Is what a lie would say.
The game is okay for what it is.
Yeah, as I said, it does what it's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to be a shitpost. It does that well. It's an absolute fucking random mess of random bullshit that happens all the time. It's intended like that. Like it does what it's supposed to be doing, and it is invented well, and the maps are okay. I mean, the maps are pretty small. It's not like anything like spectacular or some shit like that, but it's well done for what it is. I hate it, but it is well done.
Mm-hmm. So I definitely put it above Yumi Nikki.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I didn't really find anything particularly funny, but it could be like the humor could just not be me, right? So that's, in my opinion, better than Yumi Nikki. Yumi Nikki is just weird shit and just depressing, I guess. I don't know.
Yumi Nikki is straight trash. It's boring. It's a boring game.
Yeah, it's not for us. Definitely not. I never played it myself. I just saw some videos because everybody was talking about it. But I would never touch that game
Hey,
myself.
look, guys, look on the screen. I went off when I seen this. You see the crab holding up this Wii game? Do y'all see it? The crab holding up a Wii game. This is called
Yeah.
Opuna. Opuna is a turn-based RPG that came out on the Wii. It got a unique battle system. I wanted this game so bad. I wanted this
And
game
they
so
just put
bad.
it there because it has poo in the name.
I know. Oh, I'm just now thinking about that. Maybe that's the reason. But Opuna, I wanted that game so freaking bad for the Wii. I tried to get the game. Matter of fact, Wii U is already out. Wii U is out. I wanted the game Opuna because it looked cool, you know, and I was never able to find it. I looked everywhere for ISO files. I'm sorry to say it, guys. I tried to like play it on the emulator, even though I have a Wii. You know, I couldn't find the game, so I tried to, you know, download the ISO file, but couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying? Cause my Wii was modded at the time. But yeah, I wanted this game, Opuna, and when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, remember this game. Like, it was like 13 freaking years ago, 13, 14 freaking years ago that I really wanted to play this game, but never really had the opportunity to play Opuna. I really wanted this game. When I saw this, it's just, oh my gosh, it just brought me to like nostalgia. You know what I mean? I was like, oh man, it just brought me to a time in my life where everything was just easy and peaceful.
So I got a real question for you.
What's up?
Is this game? Do you think this game is better than Mana Raiders?
Yes, I do. It's better than Mana Raiders and Zola. I told you I will play this game with gasoline drawers on in a burning house, and my cup of drink is gasoline. listening to Odarian Count's theme song with the strongest gaming headphones you could ever find on max level. I will play that game just like that over Mana Raiders and Zola. What about you, sir?
Man, I would I can't, man. I will. I'm so glad I got to fucking delete the folder of this fucking game, and I'm so glad I have to never touch it again.
You deleted the game?
Of course I did. Why would I keep it?
To play it again.
Why would I ever want to play this again?
You see this scene right here with the guys, the motorcycle guy? This is so cool, man. The gang leader, you ain't get. Oh man, you missing out, bro. Like, some scenes were pretty good, and I named one of the characters Harlequin. There's one character, like one creature you find, he's like all white.
Yeah. I got to that scene. Yeah, that's what leads to the Mario world. Is that scene?
He's kind of a trope player. Like you go to the last boss, and every attack he doesn't damage the boss, and you get the good ending where they have ultimate attacks, and when he about to do his ultimate attack, it says not enough magic points. That was funny, man. That was freaking funny. You would have laughed if you would have saw that part yourself. You'd have laughed, man.
And maybe, but the gameplay is just fucking trash. What can I say?
Oh my gosh.
Like, instant death events that just randomly happen is just not fun. Like, you can't tell me that it's fun. It's a pain to play this game.
You gotta be good, man. You ain't good.
It has nothing to do with being good, man. Watch your footage. You walking on a random tile and getting smacked by a fucking hand randomly just because. It's not skill, it's just... Ugh.
You heard the Aaliyah song first. You don't succeed. Brush yourself off and try again. Brush yourself up and try again. You gotta keep trying, man. You got to keep trying until you get it right.
Oh man, there's people that enjoy a challenge, and then there's people that are willing to bash their head against the wall for 2 hours, and that's why you need glasses nowadays.
And that's how you do in Mana Raiders. You bash your head against the wall. You blindly hit a direction where you think the enemy is going to attack you. If you dodge, you dodge.
That's
if
why
you
I
miss,
quit.
and stuff like that. Then you got to worry about this long dialogue. Like, oh my God. I'd be like, AI, read the dialogue, please. AI, play the game for me.
Mana Raiders is not perfect, and it had lags, and I already gave him all my feedback. Like it's rough, but also like I kind of like the idea of it. Like it's not a bad idea, but it wasn't executed well. I believe.
I'm gonna call it Mini Raiders. That's what
Mini Raiders.
Mini Raiders.
It's more like FPS dropping Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve Urkel. Stay in the lab, Steve. Nah, I'm capping. Mana Raiders is actually a pretty well designed game. It just need to go up the times now. I think right now with better sprites and
I mean, maybe Zola's Nightmare will be better. I kind of doubt it a little bit because the combat system is still pretty much, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, but
I actually like Zola, but I actually like the original.
I like it, but it's too fast. I
like the original Zola that he came out with, like before we got this Mega Man thing. I actually like that style of Zola, but it's like now.
What do you mean? The cards were always in the game?
No, it was not.
Oh, of course it was.
No, it wasn't. The original Zola was a dark game. It was dark, demons and stuff.
What?
Yeah, look at my old playthrough of it. My first playthrough of Zola. It's a whole different game. This is a whole different game, my guy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. This is how long I've been playing. I've been knowing Aziel. Aziel is like one of the first persons that I met.
Yeah, you know Aziel longer than me even. Like from Panchi gaming stuff, you said that like a couple of times already.
Yeah, Aziel was a good boy in Panchi gaming. He said, "Panchi, I'm going to D7's Discord. Do I have permission to go over there?" Like, really, dude? You don't gotta tell him. You don't gotta tell him where you going, my guy. Just come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a good boy in that server, boy. He was a good boy. He did whatever he was told.
Yeah, Panchi said, like, stop playing this game. Play Mana Raiders.
Panchi said, ban him. He banned him. Like, he was serious too. He said, if you ain't say hello or anything, you got banned from the Discord. Like, whoa. Panchi was a piece of work, boy. I got tons of messages from him saying that I'm no good and all that stuff. Like, really?
Maybe I should start doing that too.
Yeah. But the game itself, I think for what it is, the maps look good. I'm not. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, for what it is, you could tell the developer put a lot of work in this game, and it definitely could be appreciated.
As I said, it's well made for what it's supposed to be. Maybe we're just fucking old or some shit like that. I do not understand the purpose of these types of games. I don't understand the humor. Is it supposed to be funny and whatnot? I don't know. It's just random shit happening, and that doesn't do anything for me. It's not funny for me.
You'd be surprised what people actually like.
Yeah, I mean, I see nowadays memes, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? How is that funny? Like, maybe these types of games are just the same type of thing. They're just not something I find funny, so they just kind of for me.
Yeah, there's a kink in everyone. This game probably kind of feed feed that vibe that people are looking for. Like, I don't know, and
Yeah, I think, as I said, like the only thing, like if it didn't do the instant game over shit at every 2 steps, I might have actually finished it, because it's more or less just a walking simulator most of the time. Right? You're not solving any puzzles, or you're not talking a lot to any character really. You're just walking most of the time.
yeah.
So if I didn't randomly die all the time and had to reload my save so much, I might have actually finished it just because. But this mechanic is just so frustrating. I don't know, like you could have done anything else. Like just make a save point. You can event save points, right? And if I touch a fucking Mario, you don't give me a game over. You just transfer me back to the latest save point,
And you can
and
make
done.
the save point like at every. I mean, like
And like every fucking map transition or a tile before that or whatever, and anything would have been better than giving a game over.
yeah.
And you can do that in 2K. It's literally just basic ass eventing.
Well, maybe the developer didn't want that. I think Yumi Nikki followed the same.
Yeah, every
thing
fucking
too.
RPG make a horror game does this. It's just instant game overs, chasing scenes, and it fucking sucks.
Yes, that's the scene, sick. That's the scene I was talking about. The naked. That's Alice right there. That was Alice. Alice from Wonderland, butt naked, running.
I don't know. I'm not too aware of Alice in Wonderland, to be honest.
You could tell that, like the bow, the black bow on the head. That's Alice, and the blonde hair. Dead giveaway. And come on, toilet.
I noticed that.
Toilet in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. Toilet in Wonderland. Come on, bro.
I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
The only thing I noticed is that my save file had the same icon that it had.
And even in the credits, it says Alice in Wonderland.
But I didn't get to the credits, though.
I know, because you gave up.
And what's the point of the actions menu anyway?
He said, I can't do it no more, guys. The game over is too overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, we're not getting paid enough for this shit. What can I say?
Oh, yeah, that's true. We ain't getting paid, though. I know that's right. We ain't getting paid. So, Heroic Zephyr, get your purse ready. And
if you want to go ahead and bash your head against random permadeath instant death events for 2 hours, you can do that. But
heroic
without payment, I ain't gonna do it.
Heroic Zephyr works in customer service with the bank, so she could definitely give us some account numbers to some millionaires, so we could take a couple millions out and live good. So Heroic, you know our how to get in contact with us. You could DM us on Twitch, or you could send me to my email, whatever account numbers you have. You know, for millionaires and billionaires who's not going to know millions is being taken out their account. So I just need $1 million, you know, for just playing this game. I will invoice you later on. Harlequin said, I don't want no part of that. I ain't going to jail. I ain't going to jail. No, sir. Man. But yeah, I agree with you, Iron Brew. Iron Brew said presentation is good, it looks good, it moves good. Yeah, it is. Like, I actually did not find any bugs. There is a debug room too. You saw that, like the developer room? Like, it tells you, it has like a little joke. If you find one bug, you get a bread. 10 bugs, you get some coffee. 100 bugs, you are free to go. And they say, oh, we ain't find not one bug yet. So I guess that's the developer saying that this game was combed through carefully for bugs, and there wasn't any found. Maybe they are, but I don't know. And I also thought it was cute, like, you know, the part with the head, like, it's the head, it's a head by herself. No, it's a head and everybody surrounded her. It's like your images surrounded, and if you start dancing, the head gets reanimated, and everybody start dancing at the same time. If you do the action dance.
No, as I said, I only know the Mario area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's sad. Like this game playing better than almost any game we play otherwise, like modern games, is kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time. I said, man, this game. Oh man, this developer is really good at developing these type of games. Imagine if they went the turn-based route and made a genuine RPG, because that's actually what I thought it was going to be at first. You know, probably some combat, especially when the big guy joined. You know, I thought we actually was going to have a genuine turn-based, you know, Yumi Nikki style game, but apparently it wasn't. This game came second in competition with like 100 submissions based on 2002 Japanese devs. We know that. We found those facts and we explained to the chat before we started. You know, it was 102 games. This game came in second, which is very impressive. And the main thing was to find was, you know, is this game enjoyable? You know, this should be a good game if it came in second over 102 other developers who are considered VIP developers. So Harlequin doesn't like it. I mean, it's okay with me. It's playable, you know, and is it replayable? Not really. Not really. Do you want to find the achievements? Yes. I think the game is good enough to go back and try to find like all the items and laxatives and stuff to see like what you can be rewarded with. So it does have its secrets. It does have, you know, alternate endings. It has, you know, character endings. Like if you visit the tombstones, you can see like what actually happens to the characters once they are like relieved from like their depression or anything like that. You can actually like get a glimpse of them in their happy state instead of the depressed state, because in overall you are in a dream. You know, Alice in Wonderland was a dream, so you are dreaming yourself, but you're constipated and you need to poop, but you can't poop because you're constipated, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, that's the whole game itself. That's the game.
Yeah, it is, and it's not something I would pick up any time. I guess maybe like back in the day, like 13 years ago, was a different time for RPG Maker than it is now. Back in the day, everybody just made some kind of fucking game, and games like this, like just meme games, joke games, and that's what it was all about. Like everybody just making things. Nowadays, it's more people are more trying to make real games and make commercial games, and there's a big uprising in that area recently. It feels like everybody trying to make a MMORPG all of a sudden and making commercial games. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. Like the 2K area, everything was free, and everybody had that cracked version because we didn't have 2K back in the day, like in the Western Hemisphere. And everybody just enjoyed making things, however weird they were. So it's a game of that area, I would think. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's not my thing. I wouldn't have played it back in the day. I wouldn't play it now. I wouldn't ever play these types of games.
And I mean, it's not my game either, but I guess it was enough to get through it because I was asked to play this game. But me personally, these aren't the games that I personally will look for. You know, even if it's not RPG, these games ain't for me. You know, I like the RPGs. I like the Resident Evil style games, Dark Souls games, but a game like this where you just walk in and you know, looking at weird characters and running away from images of yourself, because if not, they're gonna beat you up. Not really my cup of tea. Not really my cup of tea.
I mean, at the very least, this game sparked a new rule, so we will not cover any further shitpost games like this. So there's that.
Yeah, Harlequin, I didn't make the rules, guys. Harlequin made the rules, so
Don't say you didn't make the rules.
you got it.
I showed them to you and asked for your fucking approval. Don't fucking worm your way out of this.
Harlequin said that you know, it's more enjoyable to give feedback to developers in games that can actually receive feedback.
That was the original goal of the podcast. Like that's the thing.
True. That's true. Not saying it wasn't. Just giving the PSA right now while we're live. And I agree with him. I agree. But at the same time, it was a community wheel spin. She thought that we would enjoy this game, maybe find it funny, and want to see our reaction to it, which she got. But, you know, for the integrity of the podcast, we got to have, I mean, it's more fun to like actually give feedback to like current games and stuff like that. But I actually liked the game though. It's not a bad game. If this game, you know, we gotta ask this question, guys. We gotta ask this question. How much will you pay for this game if it was, you know, a commercial style game? How much would you price this game as?
I think in this case it's a pointless question. Nobody would ever pay for this.
You'd be surprised.
Nah, man, there's enough meme games out there. They're not supposed to be commercial, and they don't play like commercial games. And I don't know. I don't see anyone ever actually paying for a game like this.
So you say free?
Of course. It's essentially a game jam game. Why would it be commercial?
That's not the question I asked you, sir.
Well, you know, I already said I wouldn't pay, so I answered your question already.
Okay. I wouldn't pay anything for this either. Because the fact that
no $1.99 or $2.99, what?
Nope. Can't do it. It's not my kind of game, man. It's not. Like I like the Mario and stuff. That was like the most interesting part. The Mario and the violence in the violence world. I like that part. But other than that, it was just as what it was. Like walking and talking to certain characters. That's all it was left to like really do. You know, the puzzle was gone. If every world had some type of puzzle that kept up with the gameplay, then it would have been good. It would have been better than what it is. You got to give your player at least something like the motorcycle race. I actually thought we was gonna be put like in the Chrono Trigger type thing, where you gotta like dodge obstacles and actually win the race. You know, beat the NPC and win the actual race to get to the next world. Not give me a game over. If I lose, give me a game over. Let me try again. You know, but instead it was just a scene. It was just a scene and stuff like that, and that's all it was. It wasn't really the gameplay. Just left. Like the mechanics is just gone. You just hitting stuff, talking to weird characters, hearing weird noises, just like a Yumi Nikki. So play value, it's really nothing there. Like for me to like actually want to spend money on a game like this. That's just my honest opinion. Even Yumi Nikki, I wouldn't spend a penny on it, even though it's a longer game. You know, I wouldn't spend a penny on that either. I have spoken. DJ say he wouldn't download every game. I can't see because he got this giant heart in the way.
Every game is D7's kind of game.
Every game is D7 kind of game. Okay. I don't know why he said that.
Because every game is not a bad game.
I mean, I'm not going to explain myself to no RPG maker developer. I'm not going to do that.
No, it's fine. Like we all know that's just your thing.
Yeah, it is.
It is what it is.
So, how are we going to handle this next week?
I actually don't know. Like,
do you want me to pick the game? You want me to pick a game or something?
Yeah. I'm just wondering, should we still wheel after every pick?
Yeah, I pick the next game, then we'll do the wheel, then you pick. We go back.
So we're gonna keep that going, even so we're just two people. That's okay.
It's still gonna be, even if it's two people. If it was three people, you're still gonna alternate.
Yeah, I'm just asking because since we're two people, we're spinning the wheel more often.
Technically, you're not. You're still gonna spin the wheel after every week, regardless if it's two or three people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm having a brain fart up there.
It's that American ingenuity. You know what I'm saying?
The American ingenuity.
So guys, if you have friends who are interested in the RTP podcast playing their game, definitely invite them to the Discord. There is rewards for inviting people to the Discord, and the reward is a thank you. That's the reward. So invite people and stuff like that. Or just clear out the wheel. So what's fun? What fun is it if we gotta clear out the wheel? I mean, it's up to Harlequin. If we want to spin the wheel again, you know, for next week's game, we can do that, you know, then get back in our regular cycle. That gives us more time to like really get back in the groove and start picking and looking for games and messaging developers if we have to find any. So you want to spin the wheel again for next week game?
I really don't mind. I just want to avoid running out of games for the wheel because we're not really getting any new entries from what I've seen.
Actually, when I spent the wheel, I forgot to add more games to it. I forgot to add Immortal Sins and a couple other games because
it's your fault that this game was picked because you messed up the wheel.
I just realized that, you know, because with everything going on, you know, you kind of like, dang, you thought the wheel was the same because we've been gone a month and 2 weeks. But we are back.
We can do either way. Like either you pick a game or we spin the wheel again for some reason.
Let's spin the wheel one more time. Then next week, the week after, is going to be my pick.
All right, let's do that then.
So let me add Let me pull up the wheel. Let's do that.
Man, Azia, we know you don't invite anyone. You don't have friends to invite in the first place.
He gonna invite Panchy Gaming. Then he gonna be like, Mr. Panchy, are you proud of me? Alright, so let me add everything back and get rid of.
I think we should accidentally lose the mana raiders entry.
Oh, I already took mana raiders off. Nobody wants to see that anyway. Maybe Iron Brew needs to play that and give him his brew feedback and make him change his whole style. Iron Brew is like ruthless when it comes to them reviews. Oh my gosh. Like I would literally be going crazy if Iron Brew was reviewing my stuff.
Right. Your day will come eventually. We're on to you.
Nah, I'm about to retire. Be honest, I might retire before that day even happen. You're like, man, where's D7 at? I don't know. So Starship isn't even out, I don't think. Alright, so
I mean, he has a demo, right? I don't think Psychronic would have put it there if he didn't have anything playable.
January 31st. There's no demo.
What?
There's no demo out. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he's planning on giving us keys, but it's not out. It's not out. All right, so any last final say about this game before we spin the wheel, my friend? Or you already said your piece?
There actually is no demo. What the fuck? Why?
He probably just entered it just to have it on there. I won't add it to the wheel yet until there's actually gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point if the game comes out end of January and there's no demo on Steam. Like, why even submit it?
All right, guys, we about to spin this wheel. Let me share the screen. I gotta switch scene. Sorry. All right. Say something, Harlequin.
Yo, check.
Okay. All right, we're gonna spin this wheel, guys. We're gonna spin this wheel for next week game. Then after that, we're going to pick manually. So, we won't run out of games.
Man, as long as it's not Leyline Chronicles, I'm good.
Man, don't say Leyline. I gotta share the screen. Okay, let's start, Shit. Come on. It's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, I go in Discord. Share screen. Got how to do that. Okay, there we go. Share screen. Boom. Pick a wheel. Go live. All right. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
All right. Let's go, guys. Let's spin this wheel. Dun, 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 dun. All right. You already know the rules. Process of elimination. Process of elimination. Last man standing. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. My prayers has been answered. Manerators has been eliminated. I'm joking, Isaiah. Manerator's not a bad game. Not a bad game. No time for mercy. No time for mercy is gone. No time for mercy is gone. Immortal sins. Ace of aces is eliminated. Reroll. Reroll. Dayline Chronicles 1 is gone. No Leyline Chronicles. It's been eliminated. Lodestar.
And this wheel hates Lodestar. That game has been on there forever.
Yeah. Heroes Asperia. Heroes Asperia. Desperation Reincarnation has been eliminated. Dreams of an Addict eliminated. There's one reroll left. Princess is gone. Oh man, I'm so nervous. Darn, man. Star Scribe. Sorry, Bird Bunch. Single Malt Apocalypse. World of Wycrim. World of Wycrim. It's the next game.
That's gonna be an interesting one. Wasn't that the one that was like set up like an MMO in some kind of way?
Yes. World of Wycrim is the next game we're gonna be playing.
Maybe we should start collecting donations. Like, if you pay us $10, we're gonna play your game earlier than on the wheel.
And you know what? I was just thinking about that. I while the wheel was spinning, I was literally just thinking about that. Like really, like a little $5 little coffee thing. You know what I'm saying? Like buy us a coffee, we'll play your game. You know, skip the line type thing. You know, paying members only. Or
I mean, the idea isn't bad. I would actually, like, if we actually did it, I wouldn't say no to it. I just can't imagine anyone doing it.
I doubt it because, you know, we done sold ourselves to be free and people like free stuff. Or they could pay
I mean, it's still free. It's just convenience, right?
or they could pay us $30. $30, $15 a piece. That'd be nice. I could actually buy Red Genie. $15 down the drain.
Down,
$15
down the
down the
river.
drain. $15 down the drain. Let me stop. It wasn't a bad game. It was just kind of set up weird.
It wasn't a bad game. It was just really bad.
Yeah, it was just set up weird though. So World of Wycrim, that game platform's weird for me in a way, so I'm going to have to set it up. And I think the developer is, I know his name, so I definitely will let him know. He's in the Discord.
Yeah, he should be.
I would let them know, hey, your game, we're gonna be playing your game. You got any updated version? Matter of fact, I think it's a mobile game too, like an Android game. So you could definitely play the game on your Android phone.
Screw that.
His name is Zader. Zader, you have been chosen. All right, guys. Before we head out, we definitely thank you for you know, coming back with open arms, welcoming us back. Once again, we apologize for the time that we've been away. Those who are wondering the fate of the podcast, well, the podcast is definitely back, and it's 2 people, and I think we did pretty good for just being 2 people. You know, I think we ain't do too bad. You know, playing a game that we really couldn't give any feedback to. We just only speak about the game and our experiences and stuff like that. But you know, it's definitely great to be back. In all fairness, if anything like cancellations or if a member is sick, we would definitely let you know ahead of time. You know, if we won't be able to make it, you know, that way you guys ain't really left out, you know, in just waiting for a RTP episode. So it's good to be back, guys. Good to be back. Any final words before we go, Harlequin, you have to say to peoples?
I don't think so. I think we did well. I didn't get the feeling that anything was missing, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, even if we had like another person here, like especially with this game, there wasn't really much to go off on.
Yeah.
Especially not in terms of feedback and whatnot, because there's just no reason to. It's like 13 years old.
Yeah. About pretty much half the age of some of you guys. So,
Yes.
all right, guys. Next Wednesday at the same time, we'll definitely see you at Word of Wycrim. As always, definitely catch a preview of the gameplay before podcast time, and I just hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of the week. See you guys later.
See ya.